If you're keeping too much money in your bank account, you're not playing it safe, you're quietly losing thousands without realizing it. Most people think, the more I save in the bank, the safer I am. But that's not true. Yes, you need an emergency fund. Yes, you need money for rent, groceries, bills, all of that. But anything beyond that? Every extra dollar just sitting in your account is secretly losing value, thanks to inflation and low interest rates. So in this video, I'll break down exactly why keeping too much in the bank is a mistake, and what to do instead so your money actually works for you, not against you. If that sounds helpful, take a second to like, subscribe, and let's dive in. Section 1. The hidden cost of inflation. Let's start with something most people ignore, or just don't fully understand. Inflation. Now, you've probably felt it, even if you didn't have a name for it. Groceries? Up. Gas? Up. Rent? Definitely up. Even your favorite snacks cost more than they did last year. That slow but steady rise in prices? That's inflation, and it's constantly chipping away at the value of your money. Here's the scary part. Even if you don't spend a dime, you're still losing money. Let me show you. Let's say you had $10,000 sitting in your bank account last year. Inflation was around 5%. That $10,000 still shows up in your bank app. It looks the same. But what it can actually buy? It's worth about $9,500 in today's money. You lost $500 in purchasing power. Without spending a single cent. That's the sneaky part. Your money didn't physically go anywhere. But its value quietly dropped while you weren't looking. That's the hidden cost of inflation. It's invisible, it's constant, and it's costing you more than you think. And this is exactly why just saving your money isn't enough anymore. Because while your cash sits still, prices don't. And every year, you can buy less with the same amount of money. So if your strategy is just keep it all in the bank, you're not preserving your wealth. You're slowly draining it. In the next section, I'll show you why your bank isn't doing much to help either, and what smarter moves you can make instead. Section 2. The problem with low interest rates. Now let's talk about what banks do give you in return for holding your money. Interest. Sounds nice in theory, right? You park your money in a savings account, and the bank pays you a little bit over time. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Most banks offer interest rates of 0.01% to maybe 0.1% per year. Let's say your bank is generous and gives you 0.05%. On $10,000, that's $5 per year. $5. That's barely enough to buy a cup of coffee, and definitely not enough to keep up with rising prices. Now, remember that same $10,000 is losing $500 in value every year due to inflation. So here's what's really happening. You're earning $5 and losing $500 every single year. That's like standing in a downpour with an umbrella made of tissue paper. Technically, it's doing something. But not enough to keep you dry. Your money feels safe in the bank because the number doesn't go down. But in reality, it's shrinking in value behind the scenes. That's the trap. It's slow. It's quiet. And most people don't even notice it's happening. So if your goal is to grow your money, or at least protect its value over time, a traditional savings account isn't the solution. In the next section, I'll walk you through what you should do with extra cash, so your money actually starts working for you. Section 3. What to actually do with extra cash. So now that we've covered how inflation and low interest rates are eating your savings alive, let's talk about the smart moves you can make instead. First, let's answer the big question. How much money is too much to keep in the bank? Here's a simple, proven rule. Only keep 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in your bank account. That's your emergency fund, your safety net. It's enough to cover rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, transportation, unexpected stuff like a car repair or a medical bill. So if your monthly expenses are $2,000, then $6,000 to $12,000 in the bank is more than enough. Everything above that? It's time to put it to work. Here's how. 1. Pay off high-interest debt. If you're carrying credit card debt or personal loans with high interest, that should be your first target. Think about it. Your credit card charges 15% to 25% interest. Your bank pays you 0.05%. That's not just a bad trade. That's burning cash. Paying off debt is the same as getting a guaranteed return. You're literally saving yourself hundreds, or thousands, in future interest. 2. Invest for long-term growth. Once you're debt-free and your emergency fund is set, start investing. No, you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to time the market. You just need to be consistent. Look into low-cost index funds or ETFs. They're beginner-friendly and historically reliable. Even something as simple as $100 per month into an S&P 500 index fund can grow into tens of thousands over time. That's compound interest working for you, instead of against you. 3. Build income-generating assets. Not everything needs to go into the stock market. You can also invest in yourself. Start a side hustle. Buy tools or equipment that help you earn. Take a course to upgrade your skills. Build a digital product. Invest in rental property, when ready. The goal is to use your money to create streams of income, not just piles of stuff. Because let's be real. Assets pay you back. Liabilities drain you. And flexing never bought freedom. Section 4. Building a smarter money strategy. Here's the key difference between how the average person handles money and how wealthy people do it. They don't let their money sit still. They make every dollar do something. In fact, most wealthy people follow a simple mindset. Every dollar has a job. Some dollars are for safety, like your emergency fund. Some are for growth, like investing in assets that increase over time. And some are for freedom, like creating income streams that buy back your time. That's the foundation of a smart money strategy. So here's a question worth asking yourself. Is your money working for you? Or is it just sitting there collecting digital dust? Because just having money isn't enough. The goal is to make it move, grow, and serve a purpose, even while you sleep. Remember, feeling safe in the short term can actually cost you in the long term. If your cash is just sitting in a savings account earning pennies, you're not building wealth, you're just pressing pause on your potential. Let's do a quick recap. Inflation is quietly eating away your savings. Bank interest rates aren't even close to keeping up. You only need 3 to 6 months of expenses in your bank account. The rest? Put it to work, pay off debt, invest, or build income-producing assets. Now let me ask you this. How much money are you currently keeping in your bank account, and is it working for you, or just sitting there? Drop your answer in the comments, no judgment, just honest reflection. And if this video helped shift the way you think about your money, hit the like button. Subscribe for more clear, no-fluff financial advice. And share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because your money shouldn't be sitting still. It should be moving, growing, and working for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.